Just my first name.
Hey friends, Laura here, your unicorn realtor. I am out and about in the region, and today I am here with my neighbor Kylie, and I'm here with Tammy. And so Kylie was my neighbor who helped me rescue Rocket. She actually was the one who rescued him. So Kylie, tell me a little bit about that experience. How was it rescuing Rocket?
Well, you know, when you posted the pictures on Facebook, I could not just let him die. I felt so sad. And so I was like, all right, let's do it. And so I just brought out a beach towel and he was so scared. He basically came up to us like he knew he needed help. And I just grabbed him in the beach towel and I put him in a box. And then I reached out to Tammy and I was like, can you help us? And she was like, yeah, bring him over. I brought him over.
That's great. And so Tammy's been rescuing wildlife for decades. She's actually been out and she's got possums, she's got raccoons. And so Tammy, tell me a little bit about you. Like what inspired you to do this?
As a little girl, I used to pick up animals, bring them home, and then as I got older, I had kids instead. And then once my kids got older, they would bring home stuff, or the neighbors would bring stuff, and I'd rescue it. And it was called, at that time, it was called, underground, because you weren't allowed to do wildlife rehab on your own. But, you'd bring it home and you'd fix it and send it on out the door. So I finally found out that you could take classes. I got some classes. I got the regular wildlife classes, then I took the rabies class. I got the rabies vaccination so that if you would get bit or scratched and you would need the vaccine, you wouldn't need as many. It doesn't mean you're not going to get rabies, but... And I took that and I just decided that I would like to do this, and I got real involved, and I had them in my house, and then I had a farm for a while and had them there, and then I got divorced and I don't have any kids anymore, so now I care for the babies all the time. And I don't do like tons and tons because I'm a permittee. I do stuff underneath a lady that has her big certification, and there are 8 of us. And I do probably 15 coons a year and as many possums and groundhogs and everything else that I can do. But coons are usually the big, people find. Tree trimmers and they find lots of coons.
So have you seen like an uptick in animals? This year?
Yes, absolutely. This year it was full, and when you guys posted in the Yellow Springs page that I was on, it was like, oh, they're not going to find anybody in the area, and there were a lot of people saying, oh, call this person, call that, and I knew they were all full. So that's why I said, because usually what happens is you call Lynn, who is my big lady, and you call her, and she calls me and says there's a, and then it goes like that. But I just called her and said, hey, there's a coon that I need to take on, and she was fine with that. But I knew you guys wouldn't find. Plus, he looked I didn't know if he was going to make it.
Oh my gosh.
And when he got here, he was fine. But in that picture, he just looked so sad. And it was one of the hottest days we've had.
It was super hot that day. It was super hot. So tell me a little bit about Rocket. What's he like?
He's spicy. In fact, when I didn't know he was named Rocket until I saw your little video.
Oh yeah.
And so I told her I was going to name him Spicy because he's so spicy. He has never been around humans, doesn't like humans, he's not a baby. And the other 2 that I have are friendly to people, like people, they know people give them food. Rocket didn't know that when he came here. He had no idea that he was going to get fed, watered, and be okay. And now he's starting to perk up, but he's not being friendly, which is a great thing, because when I release these 3, he's for sure going to make it. And the odds aren't great, even with rehabbers. Once you release them, you never quite know if you've made them wild enough. And so I try to let them fish in little ponds. I try to teach them how to, dig up stuff. But you just don't know how they're going to make it out there. But you do your best.
Yeah. So tell us, like, what do you need from us? Like, how can we help? Like, how can we help?
This year, because I just moved here, I bought a rabbit cage instead of a bigger, taller cage. And so this cage is not adequate. It's good for them. I'm not abusing them. They get clean, they get water, they get ice, but it's just too small. So the size of the cage needs to be 10 by 10 by 8. And I have a guy that'll make me one. And the labor and the material cost me $800. And I've already spent almost $4,000 this year on food, and I've got one in the vets right now. That'll probably be $200 or $300. So if I could get, some fundraising for just this cage, then next year when I get 6 or 8 of them, they can all be out here and go release together.
Oh,
This year
that'd
I've
be
done it in
awesome.
little
Yeah.
parcels, like brought 4 out at a time. And
Got it. Okay. Well, you heard Tammy. What we need is $800. If you guys could donate, every little bit counts. And honestly, even if you spread the word, that'd be great. Just send it to your friends. We would make it shareable. And I will have information on donations in the link above. Thank you so much. Thanks, Tammy. Thanks.